Absolutely. Let's bring Brice in right now. Brice, what's up, my man?
Hey guys, what's up?
Doing good. You know what? I want to say right off the bat, my man, I want to, give you props to move all the way out of your hometown, go to Las Vegas to try to make a name for yourself. Big props, man. A lot of people dream of it. Most people never do it, but you did it, my man. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Hell yeah, man. Uh, it was definitely a hell of a journey to get out here, but you know, I've been out here for 10 years and just making it happen as best as I can, and I haven't had any real big issues with it. Been out
Awesome.
here
Yeah.
surviving, making it happen.
Awesome, my man. I mean, you're a big dude. I need you to turn that camera sideways. We need to get more width. You're looking a little slim. There we go.
There we go.
Awesome, my man. Talk to us about the overall experience. Talk about us in the house. We've seen that you had a little bit of headbutting with Devin ahead of time.
Yeah.
Talk to me what it was like being in there, and did things just get under your skin?
I mean, really, the show really didn't get under my skin too bad. I mean, a little bit of the drinking did, especially when it got late nights. But yeah, most of it wasn't that bad. The thing with Devin, I mean, in his videos, he seemed like he was very loud and vocal, but like in the house, he was very kind of shut down. He really didn't hang out with any of us as far as I could see. And, he just kind of be upstairs hanging out by himself, or a couple guys would be up there with him. So
Yeah,
I was just trying to get him pissed off and riled up. I want to see where he was at. I wanted a good match, and I just felt like he was going to kind of be a little intimidated. So I just was like, well, let's piss him off. So if he's going to hit me first, let's get it all. So
absolutely. Was it weird? I mean, being a native of, or a native, or but reside in Nevada at this point in Las Vegas. Was it kind of like being in the house, just being in another house in your town? Was it kind of awkward or weird to not have connectivity to your job or your friends, family, etc., even though you're like just down the street type of thing?
yeah, it did for me. Like the other guys did. Half time they forgot that I was from here or that I was living here.
Yeah.
And so that was very weird, because I could see all the things that I drive by every day, like especially going, to practice every day. We're driving right by where I used to train at Extreme Couture. Like I would see that same area, every day. So
Yeah.
for me, it was very motivating because I'd went through a lot
Awesome,
during
man.
that time and being in those areas and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it was very motivating for me.
Awesome, man. I mean, obviously, Extreme Couture, where Sean Strickland's at now. We've seen Sean Strickland on Road to the Title Season 3. We've seen Colton Cole do an ill-advised boxing round with Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
Any good stories about Sean in the gym?
I was kind of out of the gym when he kind of came in. I'd seen him a few times. Okay. I think I was trained a couple times in the gym, but he was always real nice. He's always just giving advice to guys. Never saw him say anything bad or going crazy in there. It was all good, positive stuff. Every time I walked by him, he'd just be giving out good advice.
Awesome,
so,
man. Dave, you have anything for Brice before we get into the footage?
Yeah, Brice, congratulations. Obviously, I talked about it while you were backstage. The best nights are when you go up there, you have performance like that, and you go home. But in your case, you've never had a slap fight before. Yeah. Is there a part of you at this point in time? Again, we don't know what happens in round two, but we can assume based on your win that you move on to round two. But at this point in time, are you a little bit, I don't know if disappointed is the right word, but maybe kind of like, oh, dang, I didn't get to experience the slap for the first time. So now I'm going into my second slap fight, and this is, in theory, going to be the first time I absorb a slap?
Yeah, to that point, I even said in one of my interviews, I wanted him to go first because I knew what was going to happen. I was pretty confident in myself, to be honest, like not trying to be cocky or really anything, but I knew if I'm going first, I'm probably going to be going last. So I kind of wanted to eat one just so everyone could see, like, I could take that, But, I mean, I was definitely, I was trash talking to him a little bit, telling him to get up and shit. But I did want him to get up, I wanted to eat one in front of, everybody and shrug it off and crack him again, But just not how it played out, just got that one and done.
Yeah, let's talk about something that we saw early on in the show. Obviously, you guys get into a little bit of an engagement at the house, and the moment that everybody talks about is him taking his pants off.
Yeah.
What is going through your mind as this guy? You guys are having a conversation, and the first thing he does is drops his pants to around his ankles.
Yeah. He did surprise me when he started taking his pants off. I knew what he was doing. You know, he didn't want to get caught up, you know, with his pants. You know, he had kind of joggers on, you know, so I got what he was doing, but I knew his mic was hooked to his pants, so it wasn't just going to come down. And so I was just like, screw it, you trying to fuck me, bro? And just kind of went from there. But it really, none of it bothered me. I wanted to get him fired up. I mean, that was really my whole purpose of what I even said to him. I just wanted to get him pissed off. You know, I just felt like he needed a little extra encouragement to hit me. So I was just trying to help him out.
All right, a couple more from me. You decided to go right on one. It's your first strike. Obviously, you measured, but what gave you the confidence to know that you wouldn't need to continuously wind up and you would be able to hit him on the button that first time?
Well, like leading up, I was training, doing the on three. I was doing the wind up, getting on the show, meeting Pono, talking to him. He was trying to show me like his style of the way he likes to do it. And just through that, I changed it from 3 to on 1 because the style that he showed me just worked so much better. I felt like I had way more power behind my slap. So I just went with that. So then over the course of the few days leading up to the fight, I just trained it just every day. Just did it at the house, did it when we went to the gym. In my room, just working on just the motion of my legs to keep my feet on the ground, stuff like that. So I was pretty confident by the time I got to the actual fight. I was already confident doing the style of the 1, 2, 3 on 3. But yeah, just that going on 1, it just felt way better. Very explosive, so just felt like it was going to work out way better.
Yeah, I mean, it's great insight. It's not the first time that we've heard Pono has influenced some guys in their striking. So very interesting to see. Just a couple more for me, and again, I want to be mindful of your time, and we appreciate you joining us. You had a moment with Turpin afterwards. Obviously, Turpin's a light heavyweight. You fought at heavyweight. He missed weight twice. There's a lot of stuff going on there. At the point that this was filmed, though, he hadn't missed weight a second time.
Yeah.
So you guys had a bit of a moment. It seemed like he came over to congratulate you. We see now on the show he was kind of critical of his fighter.
Yeah.
But you didn't seem to be so interested, and he almost kind of just backed off and said, "All right, yep, we're good." And you said, "I'll see you real soon." So there's a couple layers to that. Number one, was there a problem that we missed that created that kind of animosity where you just didn't seem interested in hearing from him? And then number two, he fights at light heavyweight. So what are you thinking? Are you thinking you go to light heavyweight and fight him, or do you think he comes up to heavyweight and sees you at some point?
Okay, so there's a lot they're not really showing. There was some stuff as I was weighing in. I told him, hey, I'll see you there, Florida boy. But there was a lot of like back and forth between the two of us. He knew I was from Arkansas, and obviously he just beat Ron and all that. So Ron's from Arkansas. So there was a lot of trash talk on him to me once I was on Robert Trujillo's team. So there was a lot of just back and forth. Anytime there was camera or not a camera, it didn't matter. We were just kind of jabbing back and forth. And you said he's a light heavyweight fighter. I mean, this makes twice he's not made weight. So I'd say he's not a light heavyweight fighter. He's a heavyweight fighter. So, I mean, if he needs some proper motivation, and if anyone's listening that needs to hear this, I'll give him all that fucking motivation to go back down to 205 if he needs it. And then on me possibly going to 205, I could see myself at one day, because I'm getting a little bit leaner, trying to get in better shape. So at some point I might be at 205. And if he's there, I might help him out, get him on down to like, I don't know, 85 or something like that, or maybe even drop down to 170 or something.
Sorry, you want to drop to 170?
No, Austin Turpin.
Okay. I was gonna say okay.
I might give him some really good motivation. He might be Turp Daddy slim pretty soon.
And then a final one from me. When you were getting your hand raised, you were holding something in your hand. What were you holding, and what does that mean to you?
I was holding my dad's necklace. He passed away a few years ago, and I wish I would have been able to tell him all about this experience and him being able to see it. But yeah, he passed away a couple years ago, and that was his necklace that he worn for. I think he had it for like 5 years. He wore it every day, so I just had that with me.
Well, rest in peace to your dad, man. I'm sure that he's extremely proud of you. And seeing you on that big stage, I'm sure he was right there with you, man. Corey?
Yeah, Brice, one last one. Did you know, I know Dana made a kind of an emphasis on it on the show. Did you know that Devin had a slap score of 100 more than you did? And did that sink into your mind at all going into the match?
No, because I didn't really care about those slap scores at all. I know you guys probably heard it, but the way they had us hit that cube, I mean, you got to score me just like more or less just my arm. That was it. Like it was up against the wall. I couldn't really do any technique or do anything, or I would just slam up against the wall. So, I mean, a lot of guys were twisting, turning, karate chopping it, punching it, forearm mostly hit it. I mean, I didn't really count those as anything, and then I didn't really care about them, So those guys that are putting all their monies that have the huge slap score, go ahead and keep dreaming, keep thinking that it's going to help you at all if you're facing me, because it's not.
Awesome, my man. I know it's a quick one. Let's run through it. I want you to narrate with me, all right, my man, through the fights.
All righty.
So as I said, I alluded to the slap score earlier. Otherwise, you are giving up, 12 pounds in this match. So you're saying you're trying to get in better shape instead of trying to add weight right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of like standing around the same way, but I'm getting a little bit thinner. But probably pretty soon I'll probably get down a little bit more.
There we go, man. Right on one with a measure. And he buckles immediately. How did that feel?
I felt pretty good. I mean, I knew as soon as I made contact that I had it, although it was kind of like in slow motion to me. So it was kind of like I thought he just ate it, and then he was just still standing. But then I noticed that his eyes kind of rolled in the back of his head, and I was like, oh, never mind. And then I just went on about my business and celebrated. But
yeah,
I thought there for a second he did eat it, though.
I mean, there's something to be said because, recently on a podcast, the Crazy Hawaiian talked about the on-off switch actually being here, not here.
Yeah.
And as soon as you hit him and his head twisted around, it wasn't that it was so much an incredibly powerful blow, but it was a precision blow that literally it was almost an instantaneous off switch and down, and he had no chance.
Yeah.
Like, talk to me about how flawless that was. Cause I mean, one of the cleanest strikes that we've seen in a while.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, just working months leading up to doing the competition. I was just working precision over and over and over. Making sure my feet were down, because I knew if I hit somebody, if my feet are up, I'm probably going to get disqualified because they're going to call a step or whatever. So I was just working that more than anything. So it was just, I got really good at just hitting right on the money, on the target every single time. So I knew I could just throw everything I had into any strike that I threw and not worry about, like, is this going to land any particular where. I knew exactly where it was going to land when I took my hand off of his face to wind up, more or less.
Awesome, my man. It was a pleasure having you. Appreciate you breaking it down and giving us some additional insight that we didn't see on the show. Hopefully we'll have you back real soon, and we'll get into the behind the man that we've seen up there on stage. All right, my dude?
All right, man.
All right, take care. Much love.
Yeah, thanks for talking to you guys, man. Appreciate you.